Still in the spirit of making something simple, fun, and festive, let's model a Christmas tree. Remember, creativity is the goal. Let's get started. Press A to select all and delete. Now add a circle and set the vertices to 8. Go into edit mode. Extrude up on Z axis like this. Scale it in and press F to fill. Next, add a loop cut and bring it slightly down. Select a vertex at the bottom and press V to rip just like this. Press the escape key to keep it in place and do the same for all the other vertices. We are doing this to turn the circle into a tree-like shape instead of a perfect ring. After that, add the subdivision surface modifier and this is what it should look like. Now, set the levels at 3 and add the solidify modifier and move it right above the subdivision surface modifier. Increase the thickness and tab into object mode to make duplicates. Now select the layer. Press Alt D to make a link duplicate. Move it where the next layer should be. Scale it slightly smaller so it fits nicely on top. Repeat the process for all layers until the tree is complete. After that, rotate it slightly so it varies a bit. This helps make the tree look natural and less perfectly aligned. Following that, add a cylinder for the trunk, set the vertices to 16 and scale it to increase the height. In object mode, toggle on the X-ray mode and select the top vertices and scale it in. Tab into object mode and auto shade smooth. Now let's add another cylinder to serve as the base of our model. Scale it to get a perfect size and add the subdivision surface modifier. Tab into edit mode and add some loop cut to define the edges and shade smooth. Then make some necessary adjustments and select the layer of the tree and shade it smooth. Next, let's make the star. Add a circle, set the vertices to 10. To work on it, move it to the side and press the slash key to isolate it. Go to edit mode and go to select and choose check out the select and scale this in. Now select all by pressing A and F to fill. Now extrude it up on Z axis. Switch to edit mode and rotate the star on X axis 90°. After that, add the subdivision surface modifier and tab into edit mode and bevel it. In object mode, shade it smooth and press the slash key to unisolate it. Now rotate it and place it above the tree. Now for the wires on the tree, go to add, uncurved, select circle and move it up. Increase the size to fit on the tree and apply scale. Now go to the data properties on geometry, increase the depth to 0.01. Next, add a sphere for the lights. Scale to reduce the size and bring it to the side. Scale it on Z axis to elongate it. Now press the slash key to isolate this so we can work on it. Reduce the object and scale it up on Z axis to increase the height a bit. Now shift S and select cursor to selected. After that, add a cylinder. Set the vertices to 16 and reduce the size. Bring it right to the bottom and scale a bit. Now select the sphere and add a subdivision surface modifier and apply. Shade it smooth and select the cylinder and add the bevel modifier. Set the segment at 3 and apply. Also add the subdivision surface modifier and apply. Now select the two and unisolate it. Now let's quickly add some material so it's easy to see and work with. Now give my tree a green color and give the trunk something brownish and the star a yellow color. For the base, I'm going to leave it as white and reduce the roughness. Now I'll give the wire a black color. Now for the light, I'll leave the base color as white and scroll down to reduce the roughness. Now on transmission, I'll set it at 1. Now on emission, increase the value and choose a color of your choice and set the strength to 5. Select the cylinder and give it a black color. Next, select the light and make a duplicate. Move it to the side and assign it a different color. Now select one light and move it slightly to the side to create some space. Ctrl J to join and tab into edit mode. A to select all and Shift S and select cursor to selected. Now in object mode, set the origin to 3D cursor and apply rotation and scale. This will help the array modifier work correctly. Now scale to reduce the size and add the array modifier. Set the factor S to 0 and set the factor Y on 2 since our light is on the Y axis. Now increase the number of counts and add the curve modifier. Now set the curve circle as the object. On the form axis, I'll set it to negative Y as that is the direction my object is facing. Your axis might be different from mine, so just choose the axis that makes the object bend correctly around the circle. Now let's increase the number of counts on the array modifier and use the gizmo to adjust the light so it aligns nicely along the circle. So we're going to use the Z axis arrow to move it up and down and use the X axis arrow to move it in and out. So you just need to continue doing that so it aligns perfectly on the circle. So I'm just going to move this outward slightly a bit and move it down on Z axis so it's under the wire. I'll just keep making adjustments till I get what I want. So I think this is okay right now. I'll just make some little adjustments. So I'll select the wire and the lights and scale it out so those sinking in the tree will come out. Now after adjusting the light, select them and the circle, press Ctrl A and choose Visual Geometry to mesh. Ctrl J to join them and the object becomes a single mesh. Now we can make duplicates and place them on the next layer of the tree. So I actually had a hard time placing the lights individually along the tree. When I rotate the tree, some lights didn't stay on it and look like were floating. So I found a way to convert the object to mesh, join and duplicate them. Remember, creativity is the goal. So make duplicates, reduce the size, place it where it should be and rotate it to look random. Now switch to solid mode so we can model our ornament. Now add a UV sphere, reduce the size and isolate it. Now add a subdivision surface modifier and shade it smooth. Shift S to select cursor to selected and add a cylinder. Reduce the size and bring it to the top. Scale to reduce the size again and add the bevel modifier. Set the segments at 3 and apply. And add a subdivision surface modifier and apply. Next, add a torus and rotate it 90° on Y axis. Scale to reduce the size and move it up above the cylinder. After that, select the whole object and make a duplicate. Move it to the side and let's add some material. So I'll give this a deep blue color, a yellow cylinder, increase the metallic and the torus a black color. And for the other ornament, I'll give it a purple color. Now tap into edit mode, select some faces, hold down on Alt and the Shift key. Go to material, click on the plus sign, click on new and choose a color and assign. So reduce the roughness and assign color to the cylinder and the torus. Next, unisolate the ornament and make a duplicate and assign it a different color. Following that, select each ornament and Ctrl J to join to make it a single object. Next, we're going to place some ornaments on the base of our model to make it look like some ornaments were left there. So just rotate it and place it so it doesn't look like it's floating. Also place the ornament of the other color. Place it in such a way that it looks randomized and neat. Following that, we are going to place some ornaments on the tray. So just move them up and position them where they look good. Place the ornaments evenly on the tray and rotate them slightly so they don't look the same. Just make it random, some big and some small. While fixing the ornament on the tray, ensure you rotate it so it doesn't look like it is floating. Moving on, let's add a simple background to finish up the scene. I'll just bring this right above the intersection and tab into edit mode. Select the edge and make it a drop down background. I'll scale it to cover the screen and assign it a dark blue color. Now let's do something H to hide the background. Now I'm going to select all my model and Ctrl A to apply visual geometry to mesh, then Ctrl J to join. This is just to make my model a single object. Now press Alt H to unhide the background. And that's our Christmas tree. Thanks for creating along with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow for more beginner friendly projects.